There was a young girl. She lived in Harlem. She was maybe like 21, 22. She had left home, went to Harlem, she got a job, and she rented a room from this landlord. The landlord was very mean, always hanging out the window, yelling at everybody going by. No one in the neighborhood liked the landlord. She had a fight with the neighbor next door, and he said, I'm going to get her back. So he waited outside the door, and when the door opened, he threw acid into the face. But it was of the girl, not of the woman landlord. The poor girl lost her sight, totally blind, 22, 23 years old. After a while, her friends said to her, you need to start getting out of the house. You need to go out and start living a life again. You can't stay home forever. So they took her to a school for the blind, which was quite a few, on the other side of Harlem. They had to ride the subway. When they got off the subway, they had to cross a couple of streets to get to the building. So they were taking her there, and she really felt like she found herself. They were teaching her how to live with this new blindness, and she really felt that she was learning a lot. Her friends knew what was happening, friendly sandpaper, and they said to her, you need to go on yourself from now on. And she said, I could never do that. I could never do that. I have to get on the subway. I have to change subway cars at a station, come up in the street, cross 2 streets to get to this building. And they said, you need to do it on your own. If you're going to continue to grow, you need to do it. So she stayed home for another couple weeks, afraid to leave because she didn't want to go through that. And finally, she said, I enjoyed that school so much, I'm going to try it. So one day she got up, she got on the subway, she made the transfer in the station to the other subway, and she came up on the street. And she knew she was at the intersection. She could hear the cars going by. And she just stood there because she wasn't really sure what to do. But she could sense that somebody was standing next to her. So she kind of said, hello, hello. And a man replied, yes, I'm here. And she said, I need help. Can you help me? And he said, of course I'll help you. And she said, I need to cross 2 streets and go to the blind school. And he said, I'm headed that way. I'll take you. He helped her across the 2 streets. They got in front of the building, and the girl said, well, thank you very much. This is where I belong. This is where I'm going. He said, oh, no, I'll take you up the stairs. And she said, oh, no, you don't have to do that. And she said to him, why would you take me up the stairs? And he said, because I'm blind too, and I'm going to the same place. That encounter changed her life. She realized that she had been enlightened. Many, many years later, someone said to her, this is a terrible story, your life story. What happened to you? And she said, I don't think so. She said, I really think that becoming blind was a gift. And it was like, shocked, why would you say that? And she said, because when I became blind, I learned to use all my senses. And not only did I see or not see with my eyes, but I saw with my heart. And it opened my mind and opened my heart up to see things that I never would have seen in this lifetime. So I guess the question for us today is, are you like the Pharisees? Do you have that timber in your eye that we heard about a couple weeks ago, and you're telling someone else to take the splinter out? Are you like the Pharisees that can see what Jesus is doing, but they close their heart because they really don't want to know what he's doing? They can't accept the fact that what he's doing? Or are you more like the blind girl this Lenten season? Are you willing to open your mind, open your eyes, and open your heart? We've only got a couple weeks left. It's time to start Lenting because we need to be prepared for the Easter Vigil. We need to be prepared for the rest of our lives. God bless.